This brand new gaming PC build just came in the shop because when you turn it on, it fires up, but you get no display out. So what exactly is going on here? Well, the first thing I always check is if there's diagnostic LEDs, let's check those. And if we look at the diagnostic LEDs on this particular motherboard, we're stuck on the boot LED. Which honestly isn't all that helpful because that just means there's not an operating system installed. But that really has nothing to do with us getting no display out because we should still be able to boot to the BIOS. So what exactly is going on here? Well, our customer told us this was a new system, but I don't think this GPU's new because those screws are rusted. And Gigabyte hasn't used this cooler design in a really long time. But to go ahead and confirm my suspicion, let's go ahead and just disconnect power and pull out the GPU, which if we look closely at this model number is an RX 570, which likely means this is a 7-year-old GPU. And based on the shape of the card compared to everything else, this is definitely not new. So either our customer fell for a scam or they bought this used and just didn't tell me about it. And just to confirm that this GPU is faulty, I went ahead and hooked up one of my own good testing cards. When you look at that, the BIOS loads right up. And just to rule out there's not some kind of incompatibility with this system, I went ahead and hooked it up on my test bench, but still no display out. So I just called the customer and it turns out they bought the GPU on eBay. And although the listing said it was in great condition, as it appears to be on the outside, I'm pretty sure the seller was trying to pull a fast one. Because not only does this GPU have those rusted screws, you see these wires here for the RGB, they're not tucked away. They're just out in the open, which typically is a sign that somebody tried to open up this GPU to repair it. And to make the listing look a little better, I'm pretty sure the seller just cleaned the front of the card because the tops of the fans look great, but on the back side, look at all that dust and all the aluminum oxidation on the heatsink. So this is a perfect example of why you gotta be careful buying used GPUs, because unless you have some kind of guarantee, it's really easy for somebody to scam you. And now our customer doesn't get to use their build because they gotta wait on a new GPU.